What's up, YouTube? This is Too Raw for TV. All right. So, this has been a very successful year for Jrue Holiday of the Boston Celtics. After the Milwaukee Bucks, in my opinion, foolishly traded him to the Boston Celtics in that three-way trade, which did acquire Dame Lillard. But I thought that they should have kept Jrue Holiday, but that's a pain of mine, you know. But anyway, Jrue Holiday, I knew would be an asset to the Boston Celtics, and he was providing leadership, uh, uh, not an overbearing type of leadership, but just that quality, veteran, positive leadership. And of course, always an asset on the court, playing top tier defense and doing the other unsung things on the court, which ultimately led to the Boston Celtics, helped to lead to the Boston Celtics winning a championship. He also became one of the few players in the history of the NBA, along with his teammates Derek White and Jason Tatum, to win a championship in the NBA, an Olympic gold medal in the same season. Recently, he was interviewed about comparing winning that gold medal with winning the championship, and the Lemedia purposely misquoted him. You have to be real. Uh, you have to pay a close attention to the switch in words. This is what the media does. The media does. The fourth estate, they do this. They purposely sometimes misquote people to create tension. And I'll explain myself what I'm talking about. So the article states Jrue Holiday. This is an article from, well, I'm not going to tell you what article from. You can look it up for yourself. But the article states, it says, Jrue Holiday was asked, which was a wilder celebration, winning the championship in Boston or the gold medal game, or the gold medal, in Paris. And this is what they have him saying. Quote, winning here was amazing. I'm not sure anything tops that. Winning here in Boston, the crowd, the shot Peyton hit, Peyton Pritchard, it was all just so overwhelming. Let me repeat that. They have him saying, winning here was amazing. Talking about the championship in Boston. I'm not sure anything tops that. Winning here in Boston, the crowd, the shot Peyton hit, it was all just so overwhelming. So if you're a Buck fan, if you're just reading that, you're going, oh, so what you saying? Winning championship in Milwaukee ain't shit? Okay, okay, okay. That's how you would take it, right? But the thing is, that's not exactly what he said. This is what he said.
Win the medal in Paris?
The medal in Paris is cool. It was obviously against France. So it was kind of like literally us against the world. But winning here was amazing. I'm not sure it tops that to be able to win here in Boston. Game 5. I mean, the crowd, the shot they did. I mean, it was just all so overwhelming. That was amazing. Then the parade was crazy too. So
Now, if you can't hear it, because it's a little low, she was asking him what was better, winning the Olympics in Paris or the championship in Boston. He said, basically, it was great winning the gold medal in Paris was great, but he said winning here was essentially better. Winning in Boston, winning here was amazing. I'm not sure it tops that. Talking about winning the gold medal in Paris, I don't think it tops me winning a championship in Boston. It had nothing to do with Milwaukee. But if you read that, the way they quote it, they make it seem like he's dissing obliquely or indirectly winning in Milwaukee. That's what the media does. That's what the media does. They purposely misquote people, especially now because there's no basketball. There's no Lakers, drama to talk about. There's nothing going on in the NBA. So what they're doing now is they're just juicing up, some of these little idle beeps, looking at what some of these people say in interviews and misquoting them or blowing out of proportion. That's pretty much what they're doing now. This is clickbait. But they're deliberately misquoting him. He did not say, I'm not sure anything tops that. He said, I'm not sure it tops that, talking about winning the gold medal versus winning the championship in Boston. And I already see people just reading that because most people are just surface level readers. They just read what captions say, don't read everything. And they're already thinking that he's dissing the Milwaukee Bucks. But that's what these people do, man. And that's the disrespect that Bucks fans have to deal with, and Giannis and the Bucks organization got to deal with. Because on some level, people don't seem to respect Milwaukee Bucks championship. You know what I'm saying? They say things like, oh, the Bucks, didn't play nobody. But if you ask me, outside of the finals, who did Boston really play in the East? Every team they played had a significant injury. But it didn't matter, though. It doesn't matter if the team that's getting the breaks is not universally despised or reviled for some reason. People just don't like Giannis for whatever reason. Probably because his game doesn't translate to today's NBA, and plus he's not from this country, et cetera, et cetera. I noticed something, too. I noticed that a lot of people who like to say Giannis is an American, he's not from here, blah, blah, blah. There's xenophobia that they have for Giannis, who, by the way, shares the same skin tone color as these guys. For some reason, their xenophobia disappears when it comes to Luka Doncic and Jokic. Why? Because on a subliminal level, these guys, these banjo players, these ninjas, these Mossback dudes, can't really sort of want to say, they really think, honestly, they think similar to their oppressor. They see Jokic and Doncic as, quote, American, because when they think American, they think something else. That's another conversation for another day. But yeah, I just wanted to put this out there. This is clickbait at its finest, man. Tell me what you guys think. Because, Jrue Holiday is a good dude, man. He's a good dude. He was a positive. He was a positive and super popular presence in Milwaukee, and he's missed today. So, that's not even in his MO to diss anybody. And by the way, it's funny that all these dudes love themselves from Jrue Holiday now, but a year ago, everybody was dissing this guy because, of the defensive performance he put up against Jimmy Butler. Which, by the way, begs the question. This ain't a diss on Jrue Holiday. I keep hearing about how everybody say, oh, man, if Michael Jordan playing today, he wouldn't be half the players playing. But Jrue Holiday is a first tier level perimeter defender and gave up 56 points to Jimmy Butler. What do you think 1992 Michael Jordan would have done against Jimmy Butler, against Jrue Holiday? I'm just saying, if he was just out there on a bad team and he had the freedom of movement that these guys had, what do you think Michael Jordan would have done? But anyway, that's all I got to say now. Tell me what you guys think.